Welcome to Leading the Follower with your host, Rebecca Benston. Good morning once again. It's me, Rebecca Benston, here on Leading the Follower, and it is Friday. We've made it through yet another week, and we're getting closer and closer to Christmas, my favorite holiday of the year. With that said, I want to invite you to the Higher Ground Books and Media shop. We'll be having a special sale that's going to start, I believe, this weekend, and it's actually going to run through the end of the year for free shipping on orders of $35 or more. So if you have an opportunity, stop in over there at highergroundbooksandmedia.com. It's all one word, /shop. That's our shop page. I know it's cumbersome and I apologize. I'm kind of working on a fix for that won't ruin all of our other links and everything that are out there, but I'm not an expert at the computer side of things. I just know enough to be dangerous. So for now, we have an extra long name for you to remember, but I hope you will remember it. And I hope you will pay us a visit and pick up a few books for yourself or for the readers in your life. Coming back in after a long week. I'm sure it's been a challenging week for you as it has been for me. It usually is in one way or another. Sometimes the challenges are big, sometimes they're small, but there's always something that tries to get in the way of our happiness and our contentment. We just have to choose how much of a battle we want to make out of each thing that comes up and fight accordingly, I guess. So, um, when I last talked with you, I was talking about the movie The Shift. I want to just talk a little bit more about that, not too much, because it was a very, very good movie. Exceeded my expectations in terms of what I expected the movie to be about. I mean, I knew that it was going to be about the story of Job, but I didn't know how they were going to package it. And I was pleasantly surprised to find it in science fiction format, and as I said before, that is my favorite genre of movie. So I was pretty entertained by that, and I thought they made a lot of good points. And I definitely think that people who are struggling with belief or struggling to process maybe the book of Job and how things played out in that, maybe this would give them a different perspective that might make a little bit more sense or help them to apply it to a modern day situation. So, um, it is a film by Angel Studios that is probably best known right now for The Sound of Freedom. Also, a very good movie. And if you haven't seen that one, please be sure to find a way to watch it. A very good, informative movie um, about child trafficking and how prevalent that is in our society today. A lot of people don't want to know about it, but we really need to stop sticking our heads in the sand, and we need to get out there and raise awareness and do what we can to help these children that are being taken and hurt, um, and in some cases killed. Um, as a survivor of rape, I can tell you it takes years and years and years to get back to any kind of normalcy after being violated in that way. Um, and for children, depending on what age they are when this stuff is happening to them, recovery time, and the ability and extent to which they are able to recover, it really it varies, and it'll be difficult no matter what. um, it's not like just one encounter is going to have less of an impact than repeated abuses. So I mean, one is just as bad as Well, I'd say each one piles on top of the other, and it's just after a time it's going to be irreparable, and these kids will be lost for good. And we need to do everything we can. I know as a parent, the thought of someone hurting my child in any way is is something that keeps me up at night. Even now that she's older, um, one of my biggest fears is that someone would hurt her and I wouldn't be there to protect her. I can't imagine what parents who've lost children to these child trafficking rings are dealing with, the kind of grief and guilt that they're dealing with as they try to figure out how to find their child. So please keep that in mind. And if all we can do that's within our realm of power and control, if all we can do is to, wow, um, to get the word out about things. Sorry about that. That I live in the city, and evidently in this city, lots of things are happening all the time. Um, but if all we can do is raise awareness through sharing a post or sharing a link to a website, then we need to do that. And if you can get more involved, I think there's information over at the Angel Films um, website that you can take a look at. But I've gotten a little off my topic, and for good reason, of course. But I want to get back to what I was talking about initially. The Shift is a movie that you should make time to go see if you want to better understand the Book of Job and all of the pieces of that. It will be helpful to you. Um, on another note, this week I heard this common theme come up in several things that I listened to, several things that I watched, and it was asking the question, if things are so bad, basically this was the question. If things are so bad in the world and you really don't like the way things are going, what are you doing to make a difference? Okay. It's a fair question. I think it's a fair question to ask of anybody. Um, One that I do ask myself quite often is, what else can I do? How can I be more effective in the role that God has given me here? And will I ever be able to live up to that? Will I ever be able to do the things that I was put here to do, that He made me to achieve? Because sometimes it certainly feels like at every turn I'm blocked from making progress. Even something as simple as um, beating those ever present algorithms that are on social media, especially Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I post daily on each of these platforms. I am always posting. I schedule posts and I post organically throughout the day to try to keep information out there about my company, Higher Ground Books and Media. First of all, we're a conservative company. We are a Christian based company, and we are an independent publisher. So there are three things there that probably aren't very popular with people that like to make money off of other people. And so we are pushed down to the bottom of the feed quite often. And for years now, I have been posting and posting and posting, and probably um, I get less than 10% engagement on anything that I post on a regular basis. That's the one thing I can count on consistently, is that the engagement on everything that I put out will be low. It's not because it's bad content, although I will say, as the years go by and I'm posting day after day after day and not seeing any results, I am running out of ideas. I've tried to incorporate videos, I've tried to incorporate reels and things like that to see if it helps, but very rarely do I get to a place where I'm getting any traction. So I put out a call earlier this week for people to just please, if you're seeing our posts on Facebook or any of the social media where you subscribe or where you follow us, if you could just please share that every once in a while, like it, engage with it in some way or another. I have thousands of followers and thousands of friends, yet I only get 1 to 3 or 4 people who are continuously commenting or posting or reposting, sharing um, anything that we put up, and it's usually the same 3 or 4 people that engage with our stuff. And it's great that, I mean, these people have been so helpful in just keeping us from going completely under. But where where are the other 1,200 people on Facebook? Where are the other 1,900 people on Twitter and Instagram? Where are these people who follow us and who have liked us? Why are we not getting anybody to look at the things we put out? The only time that I get any engagement whatsoever is when I pay for something. When I pay for a spot, like on a promotion on Pinterest or something, then I at least get an increase in the percentage of engagement, but I still don't get any conversions from that. So it's a little frustrating because it's like these are the ways that prevent us from effectively doing our part to solve the problems. So when they ask, when you're watching something and they're saying, if you're unhappy with the way things are, what are you doing to change it? And you know that you're spending your days and your nights and your weekends making sure that you do content and that you put it out there and that you make it available for people, and it's getting suppressed by people that have more power to do that than you will ever have. That's a little frustrating because what voice can I have if someone is consistently putting their hand over my mouth? So I'm asking for your suggestions on how to overcome this. And I'm hoping that people will not take this as an opportunity to bash anything that I've said and I'm not trying to be whiny or anything. I don't like to be that way. I don't like to ask for help. But quite frankly, I'm at the end of my rope with fighting with all of the weird stuff that's going on with social media, and I'm almost to a point where I'm thinking it would be just as effective for me to come off of all social media and just do a letter writing campaign, once every 3 months, and send the word out just randomly to people that you can get this here, and if you do, this is what you'll gain from it. Um, and that's it. Because if I took the money that I'm using to maintain my operation online and I put it into postage and just getting like a bulk mailing thing, um, I'm pretty sure it would be the same result. I might do better. I don't know. But it's looking like, going back to basics might be the thing to do. But for those of you who are really, really good with marketing and who aren't looking to make a sales pitch to me, because I get a lot of that. I get more than anything else, I get a lot of people in my inbox asking if I want to buy a service or this and that. And my question to them is, with what capital would you think that I would be able to buy services from you if I am regularly trying to sell my own services similar to some of the things that they're offering me? Um, I'm very good at doing things for other people, but when I try to do it for my own business, it falls flat. And I think that's just because we are marked as a business that they don't want you to support. They being the big they that controls things. And at the risk of sounding like a conspiracy theorist, I do believe that certain businesses are tagged as businesses that you shouldn't support because of their beliefs or because of their political leanings or whatever. I try not to get too political with the things that we do, but I am an America First patriot, and that is that is where we'll stay. We do believe in books for God and country. We believe in serving your country. We believe in serving God, and we believe in keeping your family safe and spiritually, emotionally, physically healthy. That is something that we've really tried to do, and you know whatever we can do to make a difference in our impact. I'm willing to do the work that I can do on my end, but I really need to stop hitting these brick walls that have been constructed at every turn. And so I'm asking for suggestions. I'm going to put some notes at the end of this podcast, and you can feel free to share your suggestions there. Or you can email us at highergroundbooksandmedia@gmail.com, and I will take a look at what you send and hopefully put some of that to good use. I love to have audience participation whenever possible, um, but rest assured, if you are trolling or you're just going to be nasty in the comments, don't even bother because you'll be immediately blocked and deleted. I don't put up with that. I'm not here to generate negative energy and put that out to people. And I'm not going to fight with people about something that is obviously a legitimate issue that we're having with our business. And since you can't get the word out any other way, I figured why not talk about it here on the podcast, because it is a real struggle that I think a lot of businesses like mine are having. So your suggestions are welcome for how to tackle this problem. If you have a business and you've been successful in defeating the algorithm in some kind of an organic way, or you've learned some tricks and tips that you're not unwilling to share, um, I would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully, if I can find a way to work with you on something, maybe we can help each other out as businesses that are trying to survive in today's America. So, got a little went down a few tracks there, but the main idea is do some Christmas shopping over at the Higher Ground Books and Media shop. Take your family out to see some movies by Angel Studios. Get some good messages and spread some awareness. And, you know, if you are an independent business owner, please reach out and help other independent business owners whenever you can so that we can all realize the dream that we had when we started our companies, and so that we can all become self-sufficient and we can help, boost our economy, strengthen our foundations, and just get back on the right track individually and as a country. If we are all working to help each other, I believe that overall everyone will benefit from that. So um, that's my 2 cents for the day. I hope you have a great weekend. I will be working on things over the weekend as always. And just hope you have wonderful time with family and friends this weekend, and that you are prepared for the upcoming Christmas holiday. Thanks for coming in again, and I will hopefully see you on Monday. God bless. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to check out our website and blog. The blog is at www.leading-the-follower.com. Thanks and God bless.